Good morning, Blacknell family. It's Wednesday, May the 27th, and once again, I want to greet you in the name and the spirit of Jesus Christ. A couple of updates and highlights from this past week. This past weekend, I got to participate in a very small wedding for Cookie Archie and her now husband Blaine Sledge in the backyard of George and Tita Archie. Goody Bell got to baptize Constance Hammond, the infant daughter of Grace and Scott Hammond, in their front yard this past Sunday morning. Bill and Chris Barman celebrated their 50th anniversary with a drive-by hoot and holler celebration from Blacknellites and family and friends. We also are excited to let you know that because of our experience with the payroll tax relief program, we were able to help some neighboring churches in their application process that had gotten kind of bogged down. And our friends at Iglesia Emmanuel let us know that they've been able to receive help that they otherwise didn't think they were going to be able to get. So we're excited about that and able to share some of the gifts that we have, and a special thanks to those folks who worked closely with those congregations in procuring that support. There's lots of talk about opening up, and yet it's all a little bit confusing. As I've tried to pay attention to those things, federal guidelines differ from the state guidelines, and the state guidelines differ from our own local guidelines. But I want you to know that our Blacknell team is meeting every week extensively, discussing our best path forward, working on ways to connect, but not yet. I know you'll remember that any action that we take is based not on fear, but love of neighbor, so that we can exercise our best judgment to gather when we do come back together again. To that end, be sure and check out the attached newsletter for important announcements. We are really eager to have you, if you haven't already, fill out the worship preference survey that's going to guide us as we look to the future and gathering together in small groups for home worshiping opportunities. So please attend to that if you haven't already. You'll also find in that newsletter help in knowing how to connect. Some of you have said that it was a little confusing knowing how to connect to our liturgies for Sunday morning worship and for Zoom worship with others if you want to connect with others that way. And I want you to look for a great conversation that will be posting on Sunday morning and will then be available, a conversation between Frauke Schaefer, Kendra Varnell, and Warren Kinghorn, three Blacknellites with considerable expertise, talking to us about lament, love, and joy in a time of COVID-19. And that will be going live on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock and will be available after that time. A shout out to Mary Grimm, who is working over and above to try to provide good communication for our congregation. As always, we really want to hear from you. We're doing everything we can to be in touch with you all. Don't neglect, if you think about somebody, or if you're looking at our CCB list and you think of somebody who might benefit from a call or a text or an email, pick up the phone, give them a call. They will be glad to hear from you. Well, that's it for today. Happy Wednesday. See you next week.